Hello friends, welcome back. Explore with Hacky and learn software testing step by step. In this playlist, we will learn playwright with Typescript, where firstly we are learning Typescript so that we can prepare our base for the playwright. If you didn't watch our previous videos, it is recommended to go through with those videos as well for more understanding. For the access of Google Drive docs and notes, you can email us. If you want to get free basic training of software testing with live classes on weekends, feel free to drop email at explorewithhacky@gmail.com. Hello everyone. So in last session we learned about the tsconfig.json. So if you didn't see that video, please watch that video again so that you will get an idea about the tsconfig.json in bit detail. So we have already created few files in source folder and in dist folder, like we have the required output, and these changes we have already done in the tsconfig file, that instead of all files compilation, just do only the first file.ts, so that we will not compile all files, only required file should compile, and that should go in the dist folder. And this we did with the help of two steps, one with the compilation and the second for the run. So yarn tsc we used for the compilation, and node and the file folder where exactly file exists, that is used for the run of that file or JS file. So TS converts into JS and then we run the JS file. So that was like we were doing for two steps. Is it possible to run this step in a one go so that we can save our time and the execution time as well for the TypeScript file? So today we will learn about that thing. So yes, that is possible. When we want to, like the similar thing, right now I have deleted all the dist that converted into JS file from TS file, so I have deleted in the dist folder. So let's try to execute the command instead of two steps, only in one step. Okay, so we'll open in our terminal, and that will go in our the root folder. So let's execute that command. So yarn tsc, and we can do this activity, this like instead of two-step process, we can do in one step only. So for that we have to, as suggestion is coming, so we have to add AND operator here, and node dist is the folder where on a temporary run or the JS file we will create, and because first file.ts is here, that will convert into .js file. Okay, so in that part, this particular file, because first file.ts is the only thing which we have set in already tsconfig.json. So if we'll compile, then file.js. So earlier, if you can recall, we were doing these two commands in a separate run with the help of the AND operator or double AND. We can run this particular file in a one go. Okay, let's try to do this one. Okay, so this is converted into JS file, and it is showing the output of our TS file. So in TS file we wrote like, this is my work, and this was converted and run with the help of a single run. But prior to do this one, if you are using Mac, this command will run without any problem. But if you are running Windows, then might be you will get an error that this operator is not supported by the PowerShell version. So you can do like single comma note dist first file .js. Okay, so if this is not running on your system on Windows, there are different methods, but you can use one thing. You can upgrade, install the latest version of PowerShell. So you can simply Google the steps to update the PowerShell on your Windows if that is not running, because this is not because of some other problem. The only thing is that the PowerShell which is using in a command line right now, which you are using, so that is not supporting that the version. Okay, so in PowerShell you have to update that, and then you can easily run this AND operator. Otherwise you should try with the comma, and no need to run separately individually files. This will simply give you the result. And now we are till now we are learning that TS file always converts into JS file, then we are looking this particular output. But is it possible that we can run Typescript file directly instead of running like this one? Is it possible to run TS file directly, like these TS file, like I have already set in the tsconfig file that only one file should compile. So I'm writing here for the compilation, but can I run first file.ts directly? Yes, this is possible with the help of TS node. Okay, so what exactly is TS node? TS node is a TypeScript execution engine. It runs the TypeScript file. That allows you to run the TypeScript directly without needing like to compile the JavaScript manually. And this is like particular tool which allows us that there is no need to convert this into the JavaScript file earlier, which we were doing, right? Even in this command as well we are doing the same thing. So without like a TS, you would like need to compile TypeScript into JavaScript. Using that TypeScript compiler, then it is resulting the JavaScript file using the node. Okay, so with the TS node you can skip that compilation step. So in this command yarn tsc, it is compiling and this is for running. So this step we can completely skip with the help of TS node. So why TS node is what are the main features of that TS node? So in TS node we learned recently that we can run directly TypeScript file. Second thing, it will automatically check the types. And third is like hot reloading. So what is the hot reloading mean to say? It's automatically recompile TypeScript file on changes. Okay, so whatever you will change, then it will recompile TypeScript automatically. So now as we learned that it's a TypeScript execution engine. So how we can install that? Okay, so there are different methods with the help of npm and with the help of yarn. So I have already in my system, so I'll not run the command, but I'll show you the command. If you want to use the npm, then globally you can install that with the help of npm, like npm install -g is global and the ts node. But as we are using yarn, so I will tell you the two methods. As we know about the TypeScript and everything, that we can install that with the help of global level or the local level, okay, with the project level. So if you are not clear about that global and the local, then please watch old videos in this series so that you will get more understanding about that. In Yarn, if you want to install the local at folder level or project level, then you have to simply use yarn add -d dependency ts node. Okay, so this is mainly used for the project folder. And if you want to install ts node on global level, recommendation is to install on the command which I recently showed. You can install with the project level. So in yarn ts node, with the help of that was the local level, and if you want to add the global level, then you have to add global yarn global add hyphen ts hyphen node. So the old command which I run, the yarn add -d ts hyphen node, that is for local on folder level. So you should run that command. And if you want to install ts node on global level, then run this command, yarn global add ts hyphen node. Okay, so once you will run this this command, so ideally you should run on a project level, yarn add -d dependency kind ts hyphen node. Okay, once you will run this command, for example, I'm again running in my system, so you can run this command again on your on your system. You should run this command, yarn add -d ts node. So once it will install, then you can check the version. Okay, so to check the version, like you can simply go with the ts node hyphen version, because recently we run that command, yarn add -d ts node. So after execution, this should install in a system and it will show some version. Okay, it's a v10.9.2 something. So now the magic will start. Okay, because you have already learned that ts node is used for the quick development, faster iteration, no need of the compilation from Typescript to JavaScript. So ts node is mainly like used for as a tool that allows Typescript to run directly. Okay, it simplifies the process and it reduces the time of the execution, real-time checking, type checking, port reloading, and you can simply identify the difference between like a two-step process and one-step process. In one step you need not to compile, but in two steps which we were doing earlier, that you need to convert and to run two commands. So what is the meaning of to run two commands? Okay, so let's see like that. So first of all, what you have to do, you have to go in that folder where the Typescript file you are having, so that we can run ts node directly there. Okay, so because earlier what we were doing yarn tsc on global, yarn tsc directly back, because that was working on global level, and then we were going on the project level, like on folder level, like in ds for yarn tsc, it will directly reading the file from here, and node was exactly asking that where is your js file. So this we were doing in two-step process. But in ts node, simply firstly go to the folder where exactly is your file. So our file is in src folder, right? So let me delete this terminal so that there will be no any confusion. We will do the things from scratch again. Okay, so if you will see the yarn ts -node -version, so you can see that this particular version is showing. But if you want to run your file, the TypeScript file, so you have to tell let's delete this one again, and you have to tell to the ts node that where is your TypeScript file. So this is in src, so just go cd src, change directory src. Now you have to run the command with the help of yarn ts -node and the file name, first file.ts. So see, this is directly running the TypeScript file. Okay, so let me explain you again so that there will be no any confusion. So first of all, simply, like we are on the root folder, if you want to run individually, like yarn tsc. Okay, so if you will do yarn tsc, then it will create a JS file. Okay, and once JS file is created, you have to tell the system that where is your TypeScript JavaScript file. Okay, so you have to just move cd dist and node first file.js. Okay, so it will run the command. But if you don't want to do in a two-step process, you want to do one step, then simply cd, just go on the root folder, yarn tsc, and use double and node, and you have to tell the folder name where is your file, first file.js. So you can delete this file again, because the command which we have written here, this will also create a JS file again. So we are running this thing in one go. So it is showing first file.js, and it is giving us the output of that file. Okay, whatever we have written as a code is, I wrote a simple code. So here also two-step process, firstly compile, then run. Here also we are doing compile and run. Don't forget to change the folder where exactly is your file, so keep as it is, so that it will not create any confusion. Now, because we have installed ts node, so what you have to do, we have to run directly TypeScript file. So we will delete this thing so that we can see, can we run directly ts file or not, TypeScript file or not. So let's go to that folder first, cd src. So because we have installed yarn, so let's do with the help of ts node and give the file name first file.ts. Let's run this first. See, so here we were doing two processes, one for compilation, second for running. And with the help of, because it's a TypeScript execution engine, we are directly running ts file. Did you notice it? There is no file in the dist folder, JS file, directly running the ts. So it's a very important learning, guys. Like if you are not aware about the early things which we earlier things which we were doing for the in old executions, it will create a like a confusion that you cannot understand directly that why we are doing all these things like directly. If we are doing TS file, then why we are doing all this JS and compilation thing. Just please watch the old sessions and old recorded videos, so that you will get an idea that this is a TypeScript execution engine, TS node, which we recently installed. So I think you got an idea that we need not to compile the TypeScript file, and we can simply just run the TypeScript file directly. But is it really true that it is not compiling? No, it is compiling, but the only thing is that we are not able to see that this in real this is compiling, and it is happening in the backend. It's in the like the not the read only like render like on the, it is not happening in the disk level. It's not happening on the, it's randomly working, and TypeScript is converting into a JavaScript, but that is not visibly we can see that. But in real on the backend, that we cannot say that it is not compiling. This firstly it is compiling, then it is running, so that we cannot see. Okay, this is happening only in the RAM, random access memory, not on your drive. So there are two types of the memory, like RAM and ROM. So read only memory is like you can see on your what is happening on your disk, and random access memory is that is happening, but that is vanishing after some time once its purpose is completed. So what's happening internally? TS node reads the TypeScript file. TypeScript is compiling into a JavaScript file, but it is not writing in the dist folder. So if you will do this manually, two-step process, then we can see that dist folder, that JavaScript file is there. That's a read only memory. Okay, so we can read, but if we are running the file with the help of TS node, then it is happening immediately, like passes the Java code to node engine, and it is happening, it is existing in random access memory, not on drive. So what happens when TS node is running the TypeScript file, then in real backend that is compiling the JS file. That JS file is going to the node engine. Node engine is running that file and giving us the result. Okay, but in real, because it is happening in the RAM only, we cannot see a physical file or the physical location of that JavaScript file. But in real, it is happening the same structure, same type of the execution which we are doing in the two-step process. So TS node is just a shortcut to save the time and the execution, but in real it is also following the same architecture, but this is happening only on the random access memory, not read only memory. So RAM is doing the same thing, firstly compiling that compiled file, first file.js, that is providing to the node is executing that file and giving us the result. But the beauty of this one is that you need not to run two different commands, just simple one command and it will give the result of that. Okay, so I think it's not complicated, but it's good to learn that the TypeScript file is so if in interview or anyone is asking related to the directly TS node, that is any compilation process happens, so your answer should be there like yes, compilation happens, but it happens on a RAM. We cannot see the file, JS file, but it does not write the JS file, but in real TypeScript compiles into JavaScript file and immediately passes to the node engine, JS code is passing to the node engine and node is running that. But we cannot see that JavaScript file. But in backend, it's happening like that. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel Explore with Hacky, where you will learn software testing step by step. Feel free to email us at explorewithhacky@gmail.com for free basic software testing training live classes on weekends.